Hello, this is Claus Jensen presenting Game 10 of the 2012 World Chess Championship match between Anand and Gelfand. And with only 3 classical games left and an even score in the match, this was a big game for reigning champion Anand. A win today with the white pieces would put a lot of pressure on the challenger Boris Gelfand. And perhaps that's why Anand turned to 1e4 again. So 1e4 from Anand, and again Gelfand plays the Sicilian c5, knight f3, knight c6. But this time Anand doesn't play d4, he doesn't want another Sveshnikov, so bishop b5 came. e6, bishop takes, the exchange variation so to speak, b takes c6, and b3. And with this move, one of the ideas could be bishop a3 and d4. A plan like this. But already here, at move 5, I think Gelfand played a very interesting move, and surely a move that shoots down this plan immediately. He plays e5 here, and Anand has to take the pawn. And let's see what happens. Knight takes e5, queen e7, bishop b2, d6. And now, I think an alternative to what happened in the game was clearly knight g4 here. Queen takes and knight e3. But in the game, Anand played knight c4. And now, Gelfand has a series of pawn moves, starting with d5 here, knight e3, and then d4, and then he's practically forcing the game into an endgame. And that's why I think the knight g4 idea might have been better for Anand, because now knight c4, queen takes e4, queen e2, queen takes, king takes, and bishop e6. And this endgame could possibly be a tiny bit better for white, but objectively Anand got absolutely nothing out of the opening today. d3, and I think even here bishop takes c4, b takes would be okay for Gelfand, but he played knight f6, knight b d2, castling queenside, rook h to e1, bishop e7, king f1, rook h to e8, and now comes this bishop a3, very delayed and in a completely different context than the one I mentioned before. Knight d5 from Gelfand, knight e4, and knight b4. And this square is very nice for the knight. And it eyes the a2 pawn. And this forces white to keep a rook in the a file, or to exchange bishop for knight at some point. And this already looks more and more like a draw. Rook e2 came to defend the c2 pawn. Bishop takes c4, b takes, and f5. And perhaps at this point Gelfand is actually a little bit better, perhaps. Knight g3, g6, and if he tries to play actively with a move like rook a to e1, king d7, then there's always this knight takes a2, so white cannot make any progress without exchanging on b4, as happened in the game. Because in the game, Anand didn't play knight g3, he simply exchanged on b4, immediately seeing that this is forced sooner or later anyway. C takes b4, knight d2, bishop d6, rook takes, knight b3, c5. And after a3, the players agreed on a draw. And I think we can say that this 10th game was another display of very good preparation by the Gelfand camp. This e5 move was interesting, and Anand had no answers other than being forced into a level endgame. And now we have only 2 classical games remaining in the match. It should be interesting to see if we're heading for a rapid match decision. It's almost what one could hope for, just to get some action. So thanks for watching this video, and please visit my chess website at clausjensen.com for more chess. Bye bye for now.